The bestseller. A fable from the alleyways of Detroit. The night Mike met the moon. Mike slept under the awning of a shut-down payday loan shop on Gresham. The moon hung so low it looked like a silver coin somebody had dropped and never bothered to pick up. He whispered to it, "I ain't got product, I ain't got capital, I ain't got crew. All I got is the space between what people need and where it sits on a shelf. I'm gonna make that space pay me." The moon said nothing back, but the city did, a police siren, a far-off argument, the 24-hour Coney Island grill exhaling onion steam. Those were the only witnesses to the contract Mike signed with himself that night. 2. The three-layer map. Mike's first strategy was not to hustle, but to map. He took a discarded tourist brochure, flipped it over, and drew 3 layers on the back. Pain layer, red X's every place people looked unhappy, bus stops at 6 a.m., methadone clinics, eviction courts. Product layer, blue circles every place stuff sat waiting, closed hardware stores, overstocked beauty supply back rooms, bakery loading docks with day-old bread. Path layer, green dotted lines of every bus route, bike lane, foot shortcut, an elevator that could connect a red X to a blue circle faster than anybody else. That triple-layer map became his first inventory. He owned no goods, but he owned the picture of where pain and product touched. Every other strategy would ride on top of that map. 3. The borrowed shelf. Strategy number 2, borrow shelf space before you buy it. Monday at 5:55 a.m. Mike stood outside Quality Hair and Beyond. The owner, Mrs. Kim, was flipping the sign to open. "Mike, ma'am, you got 18-inch Remy bundles that move slow in color 1B, right?" Mrs. Kim, hand on hip, "You spying on my stock, boy?" Mike, "No, I'm spying on your rent. You pay $18 per square foot for shelf space that's earning 0 right now. Let me move those 1B bundles for you today. I'll bring cash before close, you give me 20% commission. If I fail, you lose nothing but dust." Mrs. Kim laughed, but the laugh cost her nothing. She slid 2 dusty packs across the counter. Clocks ticking. Mike walked 2 blocks to the eviction court, held the bundles up like evidence. Last-minute beauty for tomorrow's job interview, $60, retail $120. They were gone in 23 minutes. He ran back, paid Mrs. Kim $48, kept $12. $12 of pure oxygen, first inhale of a new life. 4. The 59-minute auction. Strategy number 3, timebox the hustle. Mike noticed that every payday the check cashing line wrapped around the corner. People had cash in hand but hated waiting. He printed a tiny flyer at the library. 59-minute auction, while you wait to cash your check, bid on brand new goods cheaper than Walmart. Winners leave with receipt, losers leave with dream. He ran the auction on the sidewalk with 1 folding chair and a cardboard box. Rules. Item goes to highest bid, but bidding lasts only until the line moves 20 feet. Mike never touched the product until it was paid for. He showed a photo on an old phone. Every winner's phone number became next week's customer list. In 1 month he turned 42 boxes of unsold clearance, drills, diapers, dolls, into $1,300 profit without ever renting a storage unit. The invisible store. Strategy number 4, turn the customer into the shelf. Winter came. Sidewalk sales died. Mike needed indoors without lease. He asked 10 beauty shop waiting chairs, "Can I sell you one thing you already plan to buy, if I deliver it cheaper before your hair is finished?" Clients laughed, then said yes. Mike stood in the shop with a QR code taped to his jacket. Scan, pay. He runs 2 blocks to the wholesale warehouse, back before the foil wrap's set. The beauty shop became his showroom, the customer's purse became his shelf. He paid the stylists 5% for allowing Mike's run. Soon every salon on the east side had a laminated sign, "Need anything? Text Mike." 6. The story tax. Strategy number 5, charge for the story, not just the stuff. By spring Mike had $7,400 saved. He could have upgraded shoes, instead he upgraded words. He bought 100 brown paper lunch bags and a $22 ink stamp that said, "This was dead stock yesterday. Your purchase gave it life and gave a Detroit kid tomorrow. Thank you for being the plot twist, Mike." Every customer got the product inside that bag. Returns dropped to zero, referrals tripled. People paid an extra $1 just to retell the bag story on Instagram. Mike learned, when the customer becomes the narrator, marketing is free. 7. The failure ledger. Strategy number 6, keep a failure ledger, publicly. Mike kept a second-hand ledger book on his table at the shelter. Title page, "My losses are my ledger." Anyone could read it. March 9th, bought 40 phone cases for iPhone 7, sold 3, donated 37 to women's shelter. Lesson, ask the year of their phone first. April 21st, trusted cousin with $200 inventory, cousin traded it for fentanyl. Lesson, family is not equal to collateral. The transparency turned strangers into mentors. A retired CPA taught him LIFO versus FIFO between soup kitchen trays. A failed .comer showed him how to read cash flow statements. The ledger became a university that paid him tuition and wisdom. 8. The billion-dollar bridge. 5 years later, Mike stood on the same corner where he once slept. Now he wore a clean hoodie, but still carried the triple-layer map, updated on a tablet. He no longer sold bundles, drills, or diapers. He sold the map itself, a last-mile logistics app that told any corner store which neighbor needed what product within 59 minutes. Investors laughed at first. Detroit? Too poor. Mike laughed back. Poor means pain, pain means urgency, urgency means premium. Series A raised $11 million. Series C valued his company at $1.3 billion. He still owned 38%. But the press wanted the fairy tale photo, ghetto kid turned unicorn. Mike gave them the picture, then invited the cameraman to the alley. He lifted the sewer grate. There was the moon-shaped silver coin he never picked up years ago. He told them, "I didn't escape the gutter. I built a bridge out of it, toll-free for anybody behind me." 9. The strategies you can steal tomorrow. Map the pain before you hunt the profit. Borrow shelf space, rent is cheaper after the sale. Timebox every experiment, deadlines create buyers. Let the customer's pocket be your warehouse. Wrap the product in a story people retell. Publish your failures, strangers pay tuition for honesty. Reinvest in words before you reinvest in things. Build bridges, not exits, then let others cross free. The network effect will pay you back in folds no bank can count. Epilogue, the book that never ends. Mike's autobiography hit #1 on every list. But he printed the last page blank except for a single line. This page is yours. Write your first sale here, then hand the book to the next dreamer. Libraries report the book never stays returned, it travels like loose change. Some say it's already in 40 languages, some say 400,000 copies are missing, each copy a seed. And somewhere tonight, under a different moon, another kid with no product, no capital, no crew, is tracing a red X, a blue circle, and a green dotted line. The best seller, it turns out, was never the book. It was the blank space you just filled with the decision to begin.